pretty much unkillable.
Yeah, maybe we'll just feel like he can dodge out of enough damage that he can go for a greedier build, but I don't disagree.
I don't feel like you need to.
30 seconds.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage on this Frank.
And there's
lineup.
just a Flash Maokai can come through. You're not dodging that.
Yeah.
So you may as well just get the MR early.
Yeah, I don't think you're worried about getting outscaled this game if you're Frank, even
you
with
are
the
not.
Smolder on the other side.
Yeah, you're not. Smolder can't interact with Corki.
Ridiculous scaling, point and click CC is always really nice. Vi, Nautilus. Going to be
And just
very
follow-up
helpful.
can come through from everyone. The package. Zeri can just skirt through a wall.
Minions have spawned.
Yeah, meanwhile, these engages from SoftBank are going to have to be going into a Gragas.
Not going to be easy. But none of these games have been. Once again, neither
Yeah.
team really being that good at closing out a lead in the early stages of the game.
Forrest going to be starting at his blue buff and pathing up while Gemini paths down. Could be quite scary for the bot lane of SoftBank.
It's always interesting to me that SoftBank always do this. They just send their Maokai
abandon.
up top side or send their jungler up top side and accept the fate that Marble is most likely dying.
Yeah, I mean, it worked last game. 0-4, it didn't seem to matter. Still did the most damage in the game.
Jiang. It was really difficult to pull off Gragas trade pattern, body slam, auto attack, and walk the other direction.
Yeah, down quite a bit of HP, though. I didn't actually see what happened to him.
He's getting minion blocked. Down level. Slice, dice. Bit more damage here coming through from Evie, and Hell of the Meek as well, going to help out a bit.
Yep, shouldn't be too worried about the Gragas still. It is a Gragas at the end of the day, can get plenty of farm.
Nice wee little trade there. And with the W now online, we'll just be able to slurp up some of his beverage and get his health back.
Forrest looking for a full clear and Frank trading very heavily, maybe to set up a dive. Trade's not going super favorably for them. And
Yeah, but it
Jimmy
doesn't need to when their jungler's the one coming down.
Yeah.
The important thing is trading those health bars.
Yeah, Jimmy just has to get through a rough early game until first back. This is out on the cannon.
Yeah, -1.
Yeah, and
I do
somehow
hope he goes more first. I think it's a
Highwing is
really
here.
smart build.
This is something Kaiwing is so good at doing. We've seen Vista match it for the most part up until now. But Dasher seems completely aware of it, and because junglers are on opposite sides, he's very safe to just hover topside.
Evie will get the crash in and look for an invade here on the top side jungle. No one really there, and that ward probably won't see Gemini ever.
Yeah, not for a long time. See what Gemini decides to do. He is just going to recall. Don't feel like they have the damage in the 3v3.
Timing is unrelenting
Yeah, just doesn't miss these hooks.
until it's around a dragon and you're 2k up. And then he misses it and, you know, the rest is history.
Yeah, somehow Jiang has gained an HP advantage in this lane now.
Another classic. Bit of a trade from Evie, but Jiang is not going to care at all, and it's a better trade from Evie, from Jiang. Though,
Maybe Q back up for the Renekton.
oh my god. Evie has to be careful.
Yeah, this is getting scary now for him. Massive wave crashing into him.
Gemini up there. He is actually spotted out on that ward that was placed. But again, Jiang is just far superior in these trades, being that Gragas in the early stages of the game. Got to be careful of his level 6. He is very far away from it right now. But maybe 1.5 more minion waves will tick 6, and at which point Evie will be almost certainly forced to at least flash.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see the Eclipse Renekton or the Black Cleaver. The Eclipse has looked much better when we've seen it. But maybe we'll feel like he needs the Black Cleaver to get through what should be a very tanky Gragas.
SoftBank may be looking for an early dragon. Wouldn't be
Yeah, this would
what
be
we're
very
used to, especially with the Smolder. And Gemini coming down is on a ward is Forest, so this feels a little bit illegal.
Yeah, a lot of mid-prio. Maybe he's going to help them just secure this. Marble has to go around.
Yeah, but Eminem and Kaiwing aren't going to let this go down for naught, as it will be the Weaver's Wall coming through. Kaiwing flashing away and does get hit there by that seismic shove. First blood goes over. It's Forest picking it up, but this is going to be answered back. 1 kill for Gemini. Jimmy and now arriving. And it's a flash away there by Marble. Not Marble, sorry. By Dasher. Marble did have to use Ghost, so Ghost this game on the Smolder instead of the teleport.
Yeah, and most importantly for Frank, they stopped that dragon, which you definitely don't want early dragons going over to the side with Smolder.
Yeah, and maybe now Gemini could perhaps look for it. There's full HP.
Yeah.
Forest as well. Camps are on the top side, so coming down here would be a huge loss in tempo, especially if they were to lose the dragon as well.
Oh, Jiang's taken over half of Evi's HP off of him and then gotten a recall and TP back.
If he does his teleport so's.
Oh, I thought he TP'd already. Okay. That should be fine then. And it should be Gemini. You don't really want to be flipping this if you can avoid it.
Yeah, they do have vision on Forest, whereas Forest doesn't have any vision here in the river.
Jimmy and completely out of mana.
Out of mana, but just here to offer some auto attacks, I suppose, as this dragon getting very low now. Spike comes through, Jimmy picks it up. Flash forward, though, Eminem's in trouble, but he is going to be able to drive his forklift there over the wall as Marble's trying to find the kill back. Flash available, but Eminem not going to be able to get out. That's a kill early on in the game here for that Smolder.
Yeah, you got to feel okay with that if you're SoftBank. The early dragons shouldn't really be going to you, so getting a chance to flip it for the dragon and then a kill on your Smolder, as well as the Zeri Flash, feels pretty good for us.
But it's not over here. Forest going to be looked at. It is a level 5 to level 5 for the junglers. Smite coming through there for Forest, but Gemini trying to block that Arctic Assault. Not quite going to be able to do it.
Yeah, so close, but blue buff is going to be nice for Forest to pick up. He does lose his Flash, so it takes power from that level 6 play he's planning to make. Tower shot for Evi. Should be the Eclipse form, right? Since I don't think Pickaxe builds into Black Cleaver.
I can't remember. I'm not a build expert. Jung should be fine, though. I think he'll be going tank. Barmy Cinder most likely.
Yeah.
Then just go the Sunfire Cape. There is a lot of magic damage, so it does lose quite a bit of value.
Yeah, Evi has to be pretty careful. Gemini should be 6 soon, and this wave is horrible for him.
Has Dominus, has Flash, but yeah, certainly can die at an alarming rate, despite the, no damage items on Gragas.
Manages to get the wave in, so gonna be perfectly fine. Still has Gemini on his side of the map. Will Gemini get 6 off the scrump? He does, but is just heading down. A bit of a CS lead building for the Frank bot lane.
Yeah, now, not the first time in the series, we're going to see SoftBank with the priority over these Void Grubs picking up the first 3.
Yep. I mean, maybe nice for Renekton if he can get onto this tower, but otherwise have just been kind of inconsequential.
Sure. I think importantly this game, every time there's a dragon from this point onwards, Jimian will have package.
Yeah.
So, essentially a power spike in its own right, as if he's looking for an aggressive trade here and finds a reasonable one, but Jung doesn't really care.
Yeah, mid lane, small lead for Dasher.
Not overly shocking.
Yeah, does need to get stuff done in the early game to match this Corki, because Corki is a ridiculous scaling champion.
That's what Evie tries to do here.
Yeah, hoping Jung maybe just uses all his spells on the wave.
Yeah, if Body Slam was... Oh, it is. I was going to say, if he uses Body Slam, I think that's going to be the trigger pull for Evie, and he, in fact, does do that. Maybe not got the damage anyway. Body Slam, yeah. Jung's completely fine.
Yeah, takes a big trade, which is going to help him out until Gragas can sustain back up.
Does opt for a recall here. Oh, I even think that's okay. Like, you don't really care that much as the Gragas.
Yeah, Evie does win himself a plate, so he's going to be feeling good about that.
$62 stacks. So 60 at 10 again.
Yeah.
We'll see how these fights go. There is a lot more pressure onto Marble this game.
Yeah, probably not going to be last one alive like he's been in a lot of these fights. Static Shiv already for Eminem.
Yeah, and Mirror Mana completed as well for Jimmy, and although it's not stacked up, so certainly won't be as strong as he will be in roughly 5 minutes' time.
It's the Essence Reaver on the other side, thanks to that kill picked up early for Marble. And it feels like this is a game where we are just going to handshake 5v5 Dragon fights.
Teleport coming through, Dasher as well. He now has the Seraphs. Again, similar to Jimmy, and is going to have to get that fully stacked up still, but... Forest on top side, 20 seconds until Dragon. We'll see if he chooses to come on down. Jiang has teleport, if he does not.
And it's scary to look for just Dragon fight flips against a Corki, right?
Yeah.
You're opting into always fighting him at his absolute strongest.
Here we go. Really smart by Jimmy in there, using his rocket so he could have 3 big ones prepped up instead of just the 2.
No TPs. Oh, TP for Jiang, but no TP for Heavy. Kind of disastrous if you were planning to fight this Dragon.
Heavy walking down river. We'll see if he commits to coming all the way. I mean, this is a power trough for the side of SoftBank, although Eminem's going to get stunned up there. Does cost him his cleanse, but they still have this Corki with the package. Weaver's Wall comes out, and now Teleport going to be answered as Jiang looks to arrive. Flash forward, massive dredge line, but it's going to be the lock-up onto Jimmy, and who's not able to find his way in with the package. Now he does, it's on to 4, and oh my god, Dasher is dead. He doesn't have the safety of that Spirit Rush. Evie trying to find something back. We saw this against PSG. We saw this against PSG. He found 3, but this time it'll only be the 1. Massive package from Jimmy in, massive ult from Kaiwing, an early lead in this game number 5 to Frank Esports.
Yeah, huge fight for Frank. You kind of saw SoftBank take the Dragon there and hesitate for a moment before opting into a fight. It just looked like too tempting of a fight with how good of a flank Evie had. But Frank have been so good when they're getting flanked, just collapsing on one side and ending the fight before the Renekton that's flanking is able to do anything. Nice engage onto Eminem, does get his cleanse. And then a nice Weaver's Wall too to cut off Gemini. It looked like maybe they were in a bit of trouble here. But Frank play it appropriately slowly, and the Nautilus ult feels like it doesn't really amount to much. Especially... Oh, it was Gemini that actually got the Dragon. And then SoftBank kind of hesitate before going in here and then get punished. Marble does manage to survive this fight and get stacks. Does lose his flash right at the end.
Yeah, importantly, nowhere near as much as he did in the last games.
Yeah.
Only getting a couple of abilities off. And I think we didn't really notice it in the midst of that team fight, but Jiang with the flash body slam landing onto both Dasher and Marble at the same time, which is, I mean, best case scenario.
Yeah.
As that Gragas. So just a really well played out team fight by him. As soon as it happened, Jimmy coming over with that package and kind of just securing the deal from there. Dasher not really having the success he had on the Ahri here on the Talia. Just a whole lot more vulnerable.
Yeah, especially against the likes of Vi, Corki, Gragas.
Yeah, you are getting dove on.
Yeah.
There is not a whole lot you can do or say about that.
Yeah, and you can kind of spend the mid-game focusing on the Talia and then switch your focus to the Smolder once he's a bit more threatening.
Yeah, Eclipse finish for this Renekton. Probably going to suck a little bit in his lane in comparison to the damage maybe that could come out through the Black Cleaver. But I think importantly, it's going to give him a higher threshold to look for these massive damage one-shots onto champs like this Corki and like the Zeri.
Yeah, Jiang has to be a bit careful. He only has armor at this point in the game. So does get bullied out a little bit by Dasher. Meanwhile, though, rest of Frank are going to be picking up this Rift Herald.
Yeah, maybe there's an answer coming through, though. And I don't think they care, actually, about the Rift Herald. They care predominantly about dragons. So if they can get it for free, they'll get it. If it's contested, then may as well just back off and wait. 2 minutes again onto what could be their third dragon of the game. 125 stacks onto Marble. So maybe by Dragon 4, he could have those stacks. It's not certain.
Yeah, Dasher working on this bot lane turret is eventually going to get it. Not on this wave, though. Unless he gets some help from his team.
You'll see.
Here comes his
him
team,
here.
though. Oh,
Oh, okay, hold up. Gemini does have to be very careful. There isn't really the damage to follow up, but Weaver's Wall maybe could turn it. It is just going to be given back. Allow Gemini pick up his red buff.
yeah.
And a lot better is Gemini looking on the buy.
Yeah. Yeah, already had a very good buy game. Working on a second. Able to secure that dragon was a very big deal for his team.
Yeah, I just can't believe how well these guys' brains work. You know, like, if I was in my games and I see that much stuff going on my screen,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm supposed to look at or supposed to do. I am just mashing my keyboard and hoping for the best. And that's why I play Rell and Rakan.
Yeah. I don't know how Marble catches up on these stacks. I guess it is all the fights they go for.
Yeah, and he just
In the
doesn't
mid-game.
die during them.
Yeah.
I think is the important part.
Next dragon up in 40 seconds. Jimmy might not quite have package for it. I know they nerfed the cooldown
Yeah,
on
it's
package.
30 seconds, but he picked it up, I believe, pretty much on 30 seconds before Dragon spawns. I think it might be a little bit delayed, but he has teleport this time, which increases the strength, really, of that package play, because you can all of a sudden find yourself at a perfect flank instead of having to just run down from river or wherever. Gemini looking. Marble's going to be found, and through comes that lightning crash. That is a dead Zeri, and you're not even going to need to use the package. As a fantastic team fight found there for Gemini.
Yeah, and that should be the third dragon going over to Frank. Without Marble, there's not much incentive to really fight this.
Jimmy still looking like he's going to pick up that package and look for a teleport in. And maybe it's a good thing to do. You could just seal the deal. A massive team fight win can just quickly get you all the gold you need. And he is zooming out at a rate of knots, so I think that package was picked up. And with that, immediately teleport coming through to the top side for Dasher.
Yeah, so now Timer is on SoftBank. That is 3 dragons. Soul Point now for Frank have put themselves in a very good position to win this game. Gold pretty even, but the dragons might just be the deciding factor in this game, as they often are.
Yeah, and how much better does this team look when they're able to have Eminem on an actual carry?
Yeah. And also
crazy.
just reliable lockdown for the Smolder feels very good.
Yeah, no, I think their draft in game number 4 was pretty poor. But here, I like the draft. Package used, not really finding anything, but Dasher did just back off as soon as it was found.
Gemini just walks into this bush, maybe he goes unnoticed. Is it just a hook from Kaiwing, or?
He's still on his side of the map, I believe, no? Oh, what?
Wow.
Oh, that pink must not be in the... Oh, wait, no, that's brown.
No, it's the other side's pink.
Yeah.
He did walk over Vision to get to that spot, but Marble just caught off guard.
Now Rift Herald. Oh, we've missed the Arctic Assault. Oh, who's this? This must be Evie.
Yeah.
This is going to just have to slice out. Won't have access to the dice because he didn't go through a minion.
So Frank posturing for this Rift Herald fight, but as you said, they're not willing to risk the game over a Rift Herald.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Rift Heralds feel so inconsequential these days.
Yeah.
It just does less damage than it used to. And there's only one of them.
And Jiang looking a little scary here. And ideally, if you're Frank, you want this Gragas laning into the Renekton that he's built armor for.
For sure, but it also feels alright to be the Corki into the Renekton too, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it's more that the Gragas feels pretty terrible into the Talia.
Yeah, but Corki has first strike. That's free gold, baby. And he is going for the Maw second, so he finished the Mirror Mana first, picks up the Maw now. Really good build. I mean, just solid.
Yeah, going to be hard to take him down.
Yeah, there's no one really that you're that concerned about now. You have to misplay.
Yeah.
Or
Eminem.
they have to commit everything to you, at which point Eminem should be able to just take over.
Yeah, Eminem 2 items now, Flash and Cleanse going to be up for this Dragon fight in 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think Package will this time, though, as he did pick up the package pretty much on Dragon Spawn, which means there's a 30-second delay until Package is ready.
Yeah.
And even though he does have the teleport, that's too much of a delay, I think, to really want to commit to it. Unless they're able to. If they're able to somehow delay it and ensure the team fight win with the package, then you'd certainly do that.
Yeah, and they're going to need Liandry's on this Taliyah, especially if Smolder's not going to have his stacks. You would think Dasher would have it in time with 2 minutes still, and all the components for Liandry's. Baron being eyed up by Frank, maybe. They do it very quickly, and can tank it all day as well.
Oh. Oh.
And then tries to auto the ward. And it's going to be a trade of towers. Should be first tower going over to Dasher.
Yep. Still, I mean, that's good. Of course, SoftBank really wanting that gold onto their Taliyah. That Liandry's, as you pointed out, going to be a really important item. They're trying to deal with Jiang more than anyone.
Yeah, looks like Smolder is going to have his stacks for this next dragon fight.
What were we sitting at?
205, something along those lines.
Okay, yeah. So probably gets it during the fight.
Yeah. Not ideal.
No, but it's fine.
Yeah, you're still okay with it. Needs to make sure he gets all of these last hits with his Q. And Marble seems very good at doing that.
Didn't get that one.
That's where you tell your teammates the dot got it. Just for morale. Does it even have a dot yet? No. Red buff
no,
got
it doesn't. But he had red buff.
Yeah, okay, red buff got it.
I think he had red buff. He doesn't now. Maybe I lied.
Oh, okay. He just didn't get it. There's no cope. So this Renekton not able to get it done in these early game.
Oh, it seemed so close, that one fight, but yeah.
Yeah. We were getting, PSG flashbacks.
Everything really is available here for everyone. I mean, Evie is missing that teleport as well as the package. I think more importantly, not yet available for Jimmy, and it won't be available until after the Dragon Spawns. 226 stacks, so perfectly on time for this possible last attempt at trying to stop this Dragon stacking.
Yeah, I think they're straight on it already.
They are on it, and they're dragging it out. Gemini is going to be on a pink ward here. He's in the pit. And Evie trading heavily with Jiang on the bottom side. Explosive cast missing. But Jiang will be able to get on out of there. Weaver's Wall coming through. He's going to get off it early. Gemini looking very, very threatening on the Vi. Smite fight it will be. Smite fight it will be in favor of SoftBank. Dragon not going to be secured, but through will come Kaiwing. Knock-up lands on the Dasher, but no follow-up damage as Marble picks up and execute there the first of the fight. It's Jiang going down. Gemini's also already dead. Flash forward from Vista, but Jimmy's able to secure that one for the boys. And now both AD carries, or both carries, shall I say, for Frank are alive and well, but no ultimate for Eminem, and it's a 4 still alive for SoftBank. Package most likely available for Jimmy, and maybe he can pick that up and look to stop this.
Yeah, he has teleport as well. This could be terrifying for SoftBank.
Okay, this is package. He's teleporting in, and with that, SoftBank realize they don't have to get the Baron now. They picked up that Dragon. They've delayed the game. Smolder is online. Yeah. And we're more than happy to just delay it out. Now, respawns have come through for Frank, and with the package, maybe they're going to feel confident enough to look for this, because they do have the advantage in ultimates. No Zeri, but with the package, maybe you feel confident enough.
Yeah, so this is ideal for Evie. If he can just be isolated 1v1, he is just eliminating a much more useful champion in these kinds of fights. And Gemini gets split on his team, but they can't really go on to the Vi, and it just comes down to a clutch smite from Forest. They need him to hit those if they have any hope of winning this game, and actually dying on the way to the Vi ultimate.
Yeah, and just
shut down onto Smolder. And I mean, we were due for the Smolder multi-kill, as you expect once he gets his stacks.
Vista with the flash forward will be traded, of course, but very scary now is the Smolder.
Yeah.
And SoftBank, I mean, even in gold, Smolder's online. They stopped the Dragon. It's starting to feel good for the LJL hopeful.
Yeah, you might be leaning towards favoring SoftBank, but the scaling on the side of Frank is not bad either. SoftBank just hitting the Baron.
Yeah, see if they are going to be wise to it. Teleport coming through, it should tell them what exactly is going on. Teleport to answer here, as it's going to be Jiang arriving to the fight. Kaiwing, the Nature's Graph, he gets himself into the pit, but will Gemini be able to? No, he won't, as Baron Nashor picked up. That's Marble taking it, and with the disengage coming through, it looks like it's just the absolute heist of all time.
Yeah, they just managed to walk out. a very well-used Maokai ult there just stops anyone from threatening to steal it, and it's actually the Smolder who picks up the Baron. Mid-tower traded by Frank, but you're probably still happy to pick up the Baron. Assuming you're going to pick up a couple towers of your own.
Gemini still looking aggressively in this jungle.
Evie.
Oh, Evie. Oh my god, and that's the sort of damage that can come out of a Corki.
Yeah.
Level 15, not even at that level 16 power spike just yet.
Yeah, he's got Malignance on the way as well. Probably going to pick up this top wave maybe and recall for it. So still a very scary Corki, but it's kind of on Marble to carry this game. He has to be dodging these rockets and avoiding all the damage that's going to come out from Eminem. Has not built to kill this Smolder though. Has built to deal with the front line of SoftBank.
Certainly has, and someone has to. Package have to wait until that's up. Won't be up in time once again for this next Dragon. A crucial cooldown missing from the Dragon fights every single time now for Frank, as this Baron as well will be timing out at Dragon spawn. Pretty ideal for the side of SoftBank Hawks. It's going to take a really clean engage. Gemini, he might just be looking for it as he is well and truly on a flank here. Marble, Flash, Ghost, both available, but there's a lot of distance that can be closed. Vista puts down the ward. They're aware. We haven't seen this Vi in so long. Walks back, locates him with that
Evie.
ward. Now Evie might be in trouble though.
I don't think they know where he is, luckily for Evie.
They will now. But it should just be this blue buff picked up. And in the meanwhile, Dasher up in top lane. He's got the teleport, but more importantly, he's just taken down these towers.
Yeah, these fights are so tense right now. This standoff. I mean, one mistake from SoftBank and it's the Ocean Soul.
Yeah.
Or
30
Frank.
seconds. Dasher as well, teleported back. So we'll be rejoining his team now. Not able to pick up that top tower, but it's going to be a lot of CS missed by Frank as wave number 2 crashing now into there. Jimmy really needs to be level 16. He really wants to be level 16. He has teleport, does not have package.
Yeah, has been stuck grouping with his team quite a bit. Weaver's Wall.
Yeah, Weaver's Wall coming out. Shouldn't be that impactful. Jimmy coming back even. Explosive cast is going to get the flash there out of Dasher. That is a big cooldown ahead of what could be the Ocean Soul fight coming through for Frank.
Yeah, and that was thrown in response to a 2-man shove landing. That could have been very scary for the side of Frank, who look like they're just not going to contest this Dragon.
Yeah, I think they're just going to wait for the package to be up. They're not gonna get greedy with the next package. Obviously, Jimmy took package last fight to not
stop the Baron.
Yeah, not allow Dragon to just be picked, Baron to be picked up. But oh, that doesn't matter. That's Jung. Through comes a bunch of cooldowns. Gragas is getting low. There is an execute available, of course, on the Smolder, but honestly, it's just all going to be healed up. Smolder ult, Talia ult, and Sejuani ult all down now as Frank. They maintain everything except for that explosive cask. Eminem really needs to get some lifesteal though. Look at how much damage he's taken off just the splash. Nature's Grasp comes through, won't connect. Another big cooldown lost for the side of SoftBank for not even the tower in mid lane.
Yeah, you got to be careful now if you're SoftBank this far up. 5 ults versus the Renekton ult. They do just get out of there and we'll cede some mid priority. They don't even get a tower with their Baron buff.
Jimmy's still not level 16.
It should be incredibly close by now. Yeah, it is. And Eminem still looking very strong on the Zeri.
Yeah, both the people you want to have gold have all the gold, but now it's up to them to show that it's worth it being on them.
Dasher not even willing to walk that far past his tower.
Yeah, no flash.
3 items Corki now.
Oh, there we go. I mean, that was just the singular ult, not even the big one, just the regular little one. Still level 15 as well. So, I mean, we've got to hit 16 at some point, right? We're not just glitched out and stuck level 15, are we? It's been like maybe over 5 minutes now.
1 minute on Baron, lots of vision control on this red side for the side of Frank.
Level 17 for Dasher.
Yeah, he's looking massive.
Eminem's level 16.
Yeah.
Jimmy in. Experience.
There he is.
There he is. We did it. All right, now the ult's upgraded. This poke landing is going to be even more impactful, and importantly, there is no lifesteal available for Marble. So if he is getting hit by these rocket barrage, then yeah, it's going to take a large chunk out of his health. It's going to be a lot harder for him to fight, and there is just so much setup as well. Package up and available, but Jimian going straight past it, realizing that maybe the most important objective to have it for is this dragon, and only will pick it up for the Baron if need be.
Yeah, only if it's started by SoftBank, probably. All mid-prio going the way of Frank for now.
Yeah, recalls were through there as... This is, I mean, what a way to finish off this 5-game series with none other than the most tense game we've had so far. Yeah. Inseparable are these two teams. It's 1.5k gold in favor of SoftBank. They do have the smolder. Package is picked up now from Jimian, so they are going to have to commit to this Baron. Otherwise, it's all for naught.
Yeah, that is surprising. I thought he might genuinely hold on to it for 2 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, we found our way on. Oh my god, and he doesn't. Marble gets the flash away, and it's a fantastic glacial prison. 1 kill for 1. Both mid laners now dead. Flash forward from Vistra onto Eminem, and he's going to get executed. That is another shutdown. What a fantastic glacial prison there for Forest. Is going to secure the death of both these carries, and the Baron will be picked up now for the side of SoftBank Hawks, as the LJL hopefuls are looking to make this come true and get themselves to CFO.
Yeah, they managed to pick up Dasher, but it's Marble you got to be dealing with. They're going to try contest this maybe. It's just tank.
Oh, Gemini.
Oh, a smite and a dream for Gemini.
This could be game-changing. If he's going to locate him, maybe. They have vision. Gemini coming in, and he's not going to get it. Forest, 2 for 2. The Dragon, the Baron, and another kill found. Oh boy, SoftBank are looking good.
50 seconds on the Dragon now, no package available, and yet Jimian just sends it with the package in that fight and does manage to pick up the kill onto Dasher, but... So it's Gemini who finds a nice pick here, but it is onto the Talia, I think. No, it is on the Smolder, but I mean, this Corki comes in and just gets instantly stunned by the Sejuani. Nice shove as well from Dasher as he's going down, catches him, and then Arya very decisive with the flash onto Eminem. Stops him before he can really get started into this fight. And don't show the Frank cam.
Oh, pretender.
Oh, that's taking the wind out of our sails.
Not out of SoftBanks though. If we saw their coaching staff, I guarantee they'd be quite happy. As once again, it looks to be the team ahead early cannot get the win. It's not like they're even outscaled. Just maybe some poor macro decision making.
Yeah, and
a bit of
honestly,
mis-execution.
And this just looks like a completely different SoftBank from what we've seen rest of the series. They've just been so disciplined this game. Playing exactly to their win cons. Here's a siege on this bot tower.
Okay, no flash on Marble. Flash available for the Kaiwing and for Eminem and for Jiang.
Yeah.
So a flash body slam explosive cast could be
heavy.
What makes the difference here. Eminem as well. Ooh. He's got his Navori now online, so we'll be doing a lot more damage. Really does want to have that bloodthirster to be able to stand up to the poke that's honestly coming through here. And it's a nice seismic shove onto Jiang. Glacial Prism will go wide. And luckily that second Q not coming through onto that Gragas to take the execute.
Yeah, Marble is looking massive on the Smolder now. He is most of their damage, and he's contending with 2 very strong late game carries in the Zarya and the Corki. Second tower being sieged now by SoftBank. Flat use means that they have to play very defensively now.
Ooh, nice little chunk there out of Lux.
Yeah.
The final spark did connect.
Jiang gets to hold on to his flash there is a big deal as well.
Yeah, they don't have that much longer on Marble's flash, and you have to feel like they have to look for a punish before it's back, because Marble has been really, really consistent in these fights.
Yeah, his positioning has just been extremely good for almost this entire series. 1 or 2 mistakes you can point to through 5 games. It's pretty hard to even get this guy to burn his flash. I think one of the games, maybe it was game 1, I don't remember him flashing a single time, except into the enemy fountain at the end of the game. So this is the kind of player you want on a hyper carry like Smolder. Has a Knight's Vow on him now. I think there's one on Dasher
Seekers
too.
as well. And you don't have Flash, but with Seeker's Arm Guard, well, it's going to be very difficult for you to take down either the Smolder or the Talia, who has, alike Marble, picked up the Seekers as well.
Yeah, turns it into his Zhonya's now, and it's really just the XP on Eminem that's looking good for them. Otherwise, I mean, he has items as well, but they're just even. I don't know how he's ahead on levels against the Baron. Usually the ADC that gets the Baron is up some XP, but Kaiwing being level 12 against level 14 Maokai probably explains that. Just been leaving Eminem alone.
This next package has to be an absolute deal breaker if Frank wants to win it, but honestly, it feels like SoftBank, they hold all the cards.
Yeah.
It's going to take a phenomenal misplay at this stage. I mean, the double Zonya's active is just so hard to go up against.
Yeah. Takes us back to the stopwatch days.
Yeah.
Where you could just pick up a stopwatch and almost guarantee you were going to win the next fight. Same kind of idea with the Seekers, and Smolder being able to build that item is just such a big deal for a hyper carry. So much CS on Eminem, though.
Yeah, 450 is a ridiculous total. He's not going to be going for lifesteal until he can get that Mercurial Scimitar.
Does it even still have lifesteal on it? I feel like it might not.
No, actually, I think you're right. I think it might be a pickaxe and a cloak.
So just going on Bloodline lifesteal for Eminem. We'll have a red pot. We'll have a red pot too, probably.
Yeah, most likely. And oh boy. It is the breaking point. Baron at 45 seconds now. It's SoftBank who are in control, but that's not mean anything during this series.
Yeah, and look at all the vision control they have around this Baron. Jimmian would love to be just landing some poke right now, but he really just can't when he can't see his opponents.
Yeah.
Maple's on a Marble, sorry, is on a wave for, you know, a couple seconds before it's dead, and then he's back in fog.
All right, Jimmian's waiting. He has teleport. He has the package waiting for him in that base. And this is we're 38 minutes in now. Baron spawning in 10 seconds. Dragon
3
following.
apiece.
Yeah, it is soul point for both teams. Maybe it don't even matter though. There's so much damage come through at this stage of the game. Feels good against the Smolder. Jimmian, he picks up that package. It's just full builds across the board really at this stage.
Yeah.
Just a little bit different maybe, but probably not all that impactful.
Yeah, here come the rockets. Marble takes a little bit of poke too.
We are so late in this one. Vista going to be able to come in here. Very tanky now on the Maokai. Jiang on the side here. Hook lands. It's going to be onto that Sejuani and a lot of damage coming through. Maybe they can find it. No, they can't. Evie on the side. Jiang getting looked at. Gemini's going to get executed. No, he won't. The Steris is going to keep him alive. There is a package still available here for Jimmy, and he's not found the angle to use it. Evie on the backside. It's Evie versus Jiang. And we found our way in. We found our way onto Marble. There goes the stopwatch. Jimmy's getting stunned up, and Marble's living. No, he's not. They're going to find him. Jiang getting the shot down. Eminem living. Not very high health bars, but with their Smolder dead, this is not so certain. Jimmy and he's heading in the fog. They haven't found him yet. They will now. Can they get these two carries? Eminem and Jimmy, and they're in the wrong neighborhood here. Eminem 1v4. He's going to get taken out. Jimmy, and can he get away from Evie? No, he cannot. That is both carries dead. It is Jiang versus 4 members of SoftBank to defend the hopes of Frank and to try and stop the LJL.
Yeah, SoftBank look a little bit uncertain about what they want to do now. They decide to go for the Baron rather than the Soul, and they should just be able to pick it up. Maybe Frank can run to the Dragon and pick up the Soul, though. You got to be careful if you're SoftBank. You don't kill this all that quickly. What a ridiculous fight. I really like Jiang's positioning in this fight. Makes it difficult for Marble to just play front to back like he would love to here. So he ends up playing up into the Baron pit, and Gemini escaping here is such a big deal for this fight because he loops back around and gets onto Marble before Marble can push his Hourglass, and then the rest of Frank follow up.
Misses.
But the peel that comes through for Marble from his team here, Dasher's allowed to free hit most of this fight. and they commit everything to take down this Smolder. And
Soul and Baron picked up.
yeah, they picked up Soul in the game as well. So
oh god.
yeah,
All right, it's SoftBank very, very clearly ahead now.
yeah.
Importantly, the items barely matter. I mean, it would be nice to get another damage item onto Jimmy, and of course he's sitting on an amp tome, but Eminem full build, Smolder full build, Dasher very close to full build as well as Jimmy, and the tanks are tanky.
430 stacks for the Smolder. I think every 40 stacks he gets an extra percent on the execute threshold. So at this point, just has an Elder, like a true Elder buff at all times now.
Yeah, ridiculously strong now is Marble, and we've got to find a way to deal with him on the side of Frank, and we haven't really been able to. Last fight, threw everything at him. The Zhonya's kept him alive for so long. There is no flash now on this Gragas. Weaver's Wall coming through now as they look to maybe put the nail in the coffin of this series and get their way to CFO, but the wave clear coming through from Jimmy, and in those rocket barrages is enough to clear out at least this wave. Eminem going to go answer mid lane as well.
Yeah, someone chunked Evie. So there's plenty of damage on the side of this Frank team. Even the Sejuani has to worry. Almost went
Dasher
down.
gets caught by one of those Zeri W's. It's a stun onto Jiang. Not very impactful. Nice explosive cast. It's going to clear out yet another wave. 1 minute left on this Baron. That's 2 minion waves. This bot lane inhib tower very, very low, but Frank is doing a good job at trying to thwart off the pressure. Explosive cask was used. It was answered. Weaver's Wall, Glacial Prison. Seismic Shove won't connect. If that landed onto Jimmy, and that could have just been game over right there and then.
Yeah. And just the splash damage from Marble's doing so much damage already.
Yeah, through comes the Nature's Grasp. It's going to land onto Jung. That's not the target you want, but he's going to take a lot of damage. Starts to come through. He's stunned up, and he's going to get executed. There it comes. Marble gets one, and then we're snowballing out of control now. Kaiwin trying to get away. Not going to be able to. It's a 3v5 now, as SoftBank may have done it in game number 5. They have 20 seconds left off this Baron. There's only the one minion. They are going to be able to pick up that bot lane inhib. Mid lane inhib going to be able to follow very soon after. And with midwave coming in, they're trying to find the way to end. It's going to be the cease and desist used, but it's not going to find it. Marble, he's got the Qs. Eminem's trying to kite. Eminem's trying to find the damage, but he won't be able to. And finally, it takes 43 minutes in 5 games, but it's going to be SoftBank keeping the eyebrows alive and meeting CFO in our lower bracket final.
Oh my god, it's just another marathon series for SoftBank. They managed to do it. My god. Marble, great performance on the Smolder this time around. Gets it done.
Did we go 4 games back to back to back to back of the winning team for the first 20 minutes losing the game?
Yeah, not a massive lead this time around, as Jiang does look devastated. Their playoff run does end. And, you know, you got to feel for Frank. They've had an up and down split so far. And really kept up with CFO and PSG for most of the split.
They certainly did. And, yeah, devastation across the faces of Frank. But, I mean, they went toe-to-toe with LJL first seed as the PCS third.
Yeah.
And they truly did the region proud. I mean, every game was such a closely fought affair. There were so many moments from all of these players. Eminem on the Varus, Jiang on the Aatrox, Gemini, him on the Vi, and then, honestly, this is a bit of happy gaming from Jimmy in there in multiple of the games, but he was doing a lot of damage.